Hey everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. As from the title, you guys already know I'm going to talk about a 12-piece colorful fall wardrobe. I was supposed to get this to you guys, before Thanksgiving, but hey, you guys know I was sick, so I couldn't give you guys that, but we're going to do it right now simply because fall is still here and I want to get this out to you guys before the winter turns around and, leaves are still turning just a little bit, not much. But it's still fall for a couple of more weeks. All right. So I wanted to get this out to you guys just in case you want to transition this colorful fall retail inspired wardrobe into the winter. All right. So if that's some content you would like to see, please continue to watch. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 12 items or 12 pieces for your colorful fall wardrobe. However, this is retail store inspired. So what I did is I took clothing from the retail stores so you could see, I'm going to put them up on the screen as well, what items I took from where, and I'm going to pair those with patterns that you can put in your fall wardrobe to make it nice and colorful. Now, you guys know I did a neutral style Thanksgiving wardrobe, and you guys like, Rochelle, that's cute, but come on with these colorful ones because I like color in my wardrobe. So I'm going to give you that. All right. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, Ciao, Guten, Aloha, Hola, Konnichiwa, Gwaan, Sabonani, Shalom, Bonjour, Tarve. If you are returning, you guys know what to do. I'm going to stop right now and say, go grab your notebook, pencil, paper. If you use the computer to type or whatever you do when you get on these wardrobe style videos that I give you guys, go ahead and grab the notebook now because you will definitely want to use it in this one. So without further ado, now that you got your snacks, your treats, I'm going to go ahead and get into it, and I'm going to try to keep this short, sweet, and to the point. Give you the news that you could use and keep it sweet, but keep it brief. All right. And give you the details that you could use to get you this 12-piece colorful fall wardrobe. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So this colorful fall retail inspired capsule wardrobe is a fun one for me to make. Okay. So many of you DM'd me and said, I like what you had with the neutral colors, but Rochelle, I like color in my fall wardrobe. Okay, so I hear you. I got you. So that's what we're going to be doing. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. All right. So let me start by saying, in my opinion, I think there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to adding color to your wardrobe or building a fully colorful wardrobe, right? So the main one is that to have a colorful wardrobe, you need to incorporate bold and bright, which isn't the case here, all right? So now, of course, I have some bold and bright colors in this fall wardrobe, but I also included deep, muted, and of course, fun prints as per the usual, which always brings something extra to a colorful style. Now, keep in mind, you can build a colorful capsule wardrobe and focus on colors like your navies, burgundies, dark greens, mustard, rust, browns, plums, or any other colors that fall into that deeper color palette, which I'll talk about later. All right. So don't forget a pairing of your greens and yellows can be bright and bold as well, like your lemon and lime, or it can be more subdued, but still bold with mustards and olives or relish. You get the reference, right? So it just depends on what you are looking to achieve for sure. Now, let me say one thing here. Color analysis, okay? Once again, color analysis. So if you have never done a color analysis, you may want to do one, all right? So a good website to do this for, F-R-E-E, free, it's Color E, like E, A, B, C, D, E, right? Analysis.com. So do not put in color A, no, it's coloreanalysis.com. I'll leave the link in the description box below. It will choose colors based on your hair, eyes, and skin complexion. It's awesome, by the way. Now, I'm not going to give it all away but check it out. All right. So you will definitely know your colors and what seasons you are, but I will encourage you not to box yourself into that one color palette based off of your color analysis. My suggestion is to focus on color preferences and comfort level first and foremost, and then bring some other colors in. That way you choose colors you are drawn to versus colors that only falls within the realm of your color palette. All right. Now, before I get right into the 12 pieces, let's talk about the color wheel. Since I went into a little bit about color analysis, let's talk about the color wheel. So the color wheel is like pie, sliced and eaten, right? Now, Thanksgiving and Christmas is right around the corner. So why not get into the sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, key lime pie, all the pies and some, all right? But I'm going to stop there before I get hungry, okay? Now, the color wheel has all the basic colors you can think of. Now, starting with the primary color, which is that one thing that we always start with, right? So your primary colors would be your red, blues, and yellow. These are the building blocks for every other color, which brings me back to elementary school learning the colors of the rainbow, right? This also brings me into the secondary colors, which happens when you mix two primary colors together. So secondary colors would be like your oranges, your purples, and of course your green. If you mix the red and yellow together, it gives you the orange. Red and blue makes purple, and then blue and yellow makes the green. All right. Then after that, you have tertiary colors, and that's when you mix a primary and a secondary color together. All right. So if you mix a primary color like your red with your orange, it will give you one of the colors. All right. So next up, let's go ahead and talk about the warm and the cool colors. Now, although this capsule fall wardrobe is a mixture of both warm and cool colors, your warm colors would be like your red, oranges, and yellows. Warm colors make you think of sunshines or fire. They can make you feel cozy and energetic, whereas the cool colors are more like your blues and your greens. It also reminds you of like the sea and the sky. These are colors that makes you feel calm and of course peaceful, right? So one last thing before we get right into the 12 pieces, let's talk about color harmony. This is basically your balance between colors. It's like eharmony.com, right? It's a joke, okay? But work with me here, all right? So let's talk about color harmony. So you have three of those, right? You have your complementary, right? You have your monochromatic, and then you have analogous, right? Or analogous, however you want to say it, right? So just in short, your complementary, as the name hints, it's like your best friend. They complement each other, right? These colors are opposite on the color wheel. An example would be like your blue and orange, right? And then, you have your neighboring colors, which are your analogous, right? Which are your neighboring colors. They're also like your adjacent colors. They're adjacent to each other. And these would be like your blue, greens, and yellows. And then finally, your monochromatic colors. It's basically using the different tint tones and shades from just one color. So let's just say, for instance, that you decide to pick red, right? So you would just use different shades of red as a monochromatic, a dark red, a brick red, a burgundy, a maroon. All of those different colors of red would be a monochromatic look, right? All right, so now that I gave you a whole backstory of color analysis, color harmony, and the color wheel, guess what? Let's get into these 12 items, because I know you guys are like, Rochelle, why are you telling me all of this? It's a reason why I'm telling you this, because I'm going to show you how you can put these 12 pieces and make a good look. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the 12 items, starting with item number 1. Item number 1 would be your jeans. Yep. I didn't start off with a button down shirt or none of that. Nope. We might make it there. I'm just saying. But first of all, I'm going to tell you to write down 1 through 12 and then write down bonus. I'm giving you one bonus, which is item number 13. All right. Now I'm going to try to keep the patterns like 3 to 4, maybe 5 on some of these, but I'm trying to keep this short. All right. So the first item are your jeans. You could buy them. You can make them. I gave you 2 patterns before for making jeans. 2 patterns that I would definitely tell you would be the ginger jeans, as well as Mimi G style herself. For the Mrs. pattern, it's Simplicity 8222. For the woman's pattern, I believe that pattern number is Simplicity 8516. Don't quote me. But yes, get you some jeans. I would say buy them, but if you want to make them and take that time, by all means, girl, do so. All right. So I'm going to do the second and third item together. It's a pink sweater and a yellow sweater. All right. Now for the pink and yellow sweater, I'm going to give you 3 patterns. But first of all, let me back up one. Now for the pink and yellow sweater, listen, y'all, for that, I have taken like items from Walmart, Zara, you know, you get my drift. But I have taken these items from different retail stores to get me the look that I'm trying to achieve. All right. So getting right into it, the pink sweater. So the pink and yellow sweater are from Walmart. And I'm going to show you the patterns that I decided to use. So the first pattern is Simplicity 9450. This is a Mimi G pattern. I love the sweater. Okay. I have not made the sweater yet, but you guys know how I am. I give you patterns and tell you which ones are great. Second pattern is New Look 6772. You guys know this could definitely be your monochromatic look for sure. You could do that for a Simplicity 9450. Make some lines in between, make it 3 different colors or even 2 different colors, but just make sure you add seam allowance if you are hacking a pattern. Now for New Look 6772, like I said, you can make this monochromatic, use kind of like you see on the pattern, how they made this monochromatic by using a medium blue, a light blue, and kind of like a white on this pattern. All right. Let's get into the next pattern. Is Simplicity 9240. So for this one right here, I can see so many hacks done to this pattern. I like view A on this pattern, and that's the one that I would do for a pink or yellow sweater. Now, me personally, I would probably definitely go with Simplicity 9450 or 9240, just something settled, but all 3 patterns work for a yellow and a pink sweater. Moving over to item number 4 would be your green button down shirt. Yes, if you are not listening, listen up. This green button down shirt, of course, I selected from Walmart, right? So a couple of patterns. Of course, I'm going to give you the 2 ones that I love, Simplicity 9707 or 9708, as well as Simplicity 1538. But I'm also going to give you 4 other patterns for a button down shirt. First one is McCall 6044. Yes, it is a man pattern. However, you can size it up or size it down as you need to fit your bust for the females. All right. Now, I have this pattern. I have not done this pattern in a button down shirt, but it's on my list to do just to kind of test that fit to see what's the difference between a man's pattern as well as a woman's pattern. Moving over to the next pattern is Butterick 6640. I have done this pattern in the duster and it's amazing. I'll put a picture and link to the pattern review that I did for this duster. However, I'm interested in the view A, which is the button down shirt there. All right, moving over to the next one, it's McCall's 8285. View A for this one right there. So for this one, this would be a great button down shirt. You do not have to color block it. You can keep it one color if you choose to. And the last pattern I'm going to give you is Butterick 6924. This one is more like a camp shirt, but I like it and I thought it would be great. I would definitely say I would do long sleeves instead of short sleeves because hence the name fall wardrobe, right? All right, so let's go ahead and move into item number 5. So item number 5 would be a dark green coat. Now, my suggestion would be to make that dark green coat in velvet, but of course, depending on the pattern that you choose, velvet may not be an option. Now, while searching for a velvet coat, I did not find a velvet coat, but I did find a dark green coat that was a little interesting on Walmart.com. Okay, so a couple of patterns I'm going to give you are Butterick 6720. Now, Butterick 6720, the view that I'm looking at would be view C. Now, of course, it's not exactly like the Walmart photo that you are seeing. However, it is a good one. And I'm looking for something that have kind of like, you know, a nice collar as well. So that's why I'm giving you that one. Another pattern would be No Me 2001. Listen, this Nikki Brooke, aka Beauty Jador's pattern is fire. Let me say that one more time. It is fire. Okay. So I have not done this pattern. It's on my list. And because I do not live in a climate where it's super duper cold or cold at all, this pattern will probably stay in my wardrobe for not wardrobe, but stay in my pattern stash for a very long time. Okay. It would have to take me going up north in order for me to make the coat. However, I have a bottle of get it now, think about it later. Okay. Get it now, think about it later. All right. So I got it when it came out. I'll think about when I'm going to do it. All right. Moving over to the next pattern. This is a Mrs. and a Woman's pattern. McCall's 8438 and McCall's 8439. You guys know I have set this pattern so many times. Listen, it's on my list to sew. Okay. Now with this one, of course, view A is speaking to me, but view B is what's really speaking to me for that dark green coat. All right. Moving over to the next item. It's item number 6, a light blue turtleneck. Yes, who don't need turtlenecks in the fall time? Okay. Once again, I thought of Walmart.com. So this top is from Walmart.com that you are seeing up on the screen. So a couple of patterns that I'm going to give you, just two. The first one I talked about during the last installment of the capsule wardrobe was Mimi G, the Georgia PDF pattern. That pattern is hot. We know it, right? So that's that. The second pattern is New Look 6683. It is a dress pattern, but like I mentioned before, you can chop it off, you know, right at the hips, or you could chop it off right at the waist, whatever suits your fancy to get you that turtleneck that you need. All right. Moving over to item number 7 is a dark blue pair of track pants. Now this one, the picture is from Adidas.com, right? But when it comes to track pants, I'm going to give you a few patterns, all right? So the first pattern is, of course, Mimi G. I'm going to give you 2 Mimi G patterns, by the way. First one is Simplicity 8702. You guys, I love this tracksuit completely, how she color blocked it. Now, if you don't want to color block it, what I'm going to advise you to do is take off 5/8 of an inch seam allowance where all pieces meet, tape it, and then just cut the pattern piece out as one. If you do not want to color block it, my suggestion is to color block it. It just makes it that much more personalized. Okay. So I love the pants on 8702. There has been many sewists that have done this pattern. I have not, but it's on my list to do. All right. Next pattern is Simplicity 8698. Next one is Simplicity 8268. And then the next one is a Norris Donta Ford pattern, which is Simplicity 9458. Now this one reminds me of a McCall's pattern. I can't think of it, but I like this pattern for sure. I have this pattern in my stash already. Another Mimi G pattern would be Simplicity 8750. That one, I love the buttons on the side. It's kind of similar to the Adidas pattern as well. Another pattern that I will give you is New Look 6745. Now, these are more like cargo pants, but I like the straps. I like the pocket. I like what it's given in this pattern. Okay. So that's why I went ahead and put it on the list. And the last pattern I'm going to give you for a pair of track pants would be Simplicity 9608. This came out in the spring, I believe, of 2022. Haven't gotten around to it, but I love the buttons on the side. So I had to throw that in here. All right. Let's go ahead and move over to the next item. Item number 8 is a pair of trousers. Now, I am saying a burgundy pair of trousers. If you could get herringbone fabric, that would be amazing for this, you know, a pair of trousers. Now, me personally, I'm going to give you wide leg pants, but if you want straight leg or boot cut or slim pants, that's up to you, to each its own, right? So I'm only going to give you 2 patterns. First one is super wide leg pants, New Look 6769. This is one of the new Look fall patterns. So it's New Look 6769. The other pattern is Simplicity 8177. Now you guys know I have sewn this pattern 3 times and it's on the list to sew again in 2024. When I say this pattern is good, oh my gosh, this pattern is good and I love it. And I know you guys are gonna be like, Rochelle, but the number of pattern pieces, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Just turn on the TV, turn on some music and you good to go, okay? Don't let the number of pattern pieces deter you from the outfit that you want to make. All right. I'm going to say that one more time. Do not let the pattern pieces dictate what you are sewing. Like I said before, you make time for what you want to do, right? Right? All right. So I'm not going to preach to you right now, but I'm going to say, do not let looking at the number of pattern pieces be a determination to if you go sew it or not. Now, sometimes we, including myself as sewers, do that. But I base what I'm going to sew based off of the amount of time that I have, because you guys know I work outside the home. I cook, I clean, I do my wifely duties, right? And, content creator, create videos. So everything is on a calendar. FYI, I showed you guys that before in my how I stay organized and punctual and everything. So everything is on a board. Dry erase board is my best friend, as well as Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, and a bulletin board. So I have showed you guys that. I have told you guys that. So that's how I stay up to date with what I need to do. But let's go ahead and get back on into. I don't want to go too far off, because what did I say I want to do? Keep this short, sweet, and to the point, but give you all the details. So let's go ahead and move into item number 9. Item number 9 is a cardigan. Now I'm going to say purple, whatever color of purple, dark, light, in between purple, it's up to you. All right. So the cardigan that I found is, of course, from Walmart.com as well. So the patterns that I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you a few patterns, like 5. First one is a favorite and a staple. It's McCall 6996. This one has been on the docket list to sew for a cardigan, but I love cardigans, but the last time I have sewn a cardigan was probably about 4 years ago, like before I left South Carolina, but I'm going to give you that pattern. Next pattern is Mimi G's The Annie PDF pattern. I have seen many sewers hack this pattern. And I'm going to put the link to that pattern in the description box below, as well as the Mimi G's Georgia PDF pattern. So if you are interested in purchasing it, you can. Now, if you are a Sew It Academy member, if you go to course 33, these were gifted to you in that course. So you could download it for free, and you're good to go for both the Georgia PDF pattern, which is the turtleneck, as well as Mimi G's The Annie cardigan pattern that was gifted to you as well. Moving over to the next pattern is Simplicity 9716 and 9717. Now, honestly, you could do the entire wardrobe, right? But we're just focusing on that cardigan. So I would definitely say this would be an easy to sew pattern as well to do. Let's get into the next pattern. It's Simplicity 9373. Now, this one right here, I like the buttons in the front of the cardigan, which is why I selected this one, but I think this one would be easy to sew as well. Moving over to the last pattern I'm going to give you for a purple cardigan, which is New Look 6711. Now, this one, I like the fact that it is kind of like thigh length, but if you got a badonkadonk, account for that butt area, okay? But you can make it short, you can make it long, do whatever you feel you need to do, all right? Now, let's go ahead and move into the 10th item, which is a pair of trousers. Now, I'm going to say plaid print trousers or houndtooth or dog tooth, whatever all the tooths you want to use, okay? But I'm just going to say basically any type of houndtooth, dog tooth, or any type of plaid, lack thereof, or checkers style printed trousers. So I'm going to give you really like 3 patterns, but one of them is a Mrs. Woman Size pattern. First one I'm going to give you is McCall 7607. Now, I selected kind of like wide legs, but of course you could taper them in. You could change out the pattern, whatever you want to do. Now, for McCall 7607, you may have missed this pattern because you're looking at the jumpsuit, but I'm strictly looking at view D, which are the pants, okay? So I want to say this pattern is probably 2 to 3 pattern pieces, okay? And if you remember when I did a vintage Vember, and I'll put it in the link description box below, the pattern, McCall's 8257. Yes, I'm putting that pattern on here simply because this pattern right here is the truth. It's 2 pattern pieces, y'all, like, and an elastic band. So you can do this pattern so many times. Quick, easy elastic pants to take you from day to night and on vacations. Okay, so get into that pattern. Moving over to the next pattern is Simplicity 8715. I love the fact of these wide leg pants. Nice, breezy, cozy, you name it. And I feel like these would be a good pair of pants in either a dog tooth or a hound tooth. And the last pattern is Simplicity 9826 and 9827 for a pair of trousers. Now, you guys know I love this pattern. I haven't sewn it yet, but it's on the dockets to do in 2024 next year several times because I love this style of pants for sure. All right. Moving over to the next item is item number 11, which is a color block sweater. Now, I'm going to say you can color block it however you want, but if you're looking at all the colors that I have given you so far, let's go with a black and white. All right. So for this black and white sweater, I would say definitely use the 3 patterns I have given you already. However, when I say to color block it, I would definitely say you could draw diagonals or whatever. You could make it like the top V, top triangle is black. The top and bottom triangle are black. The 2 side triangles are white. However you want to do it is up to you. But definitely I would say a black and white sweater. Now, the one that you are seeing up on the screen is from H&M. So I would try to get something like that, me personally, because I like that. But definitely, if you are not creative into adding seam allowance and hacking patterns, I would definitely say New Look 6772 may be the best option for you to get you a color block sweater. All right. Moving over to the next item, item number 12 is a polka dot pussy bow blouse. Now, for this one right here, let's talk about this one. I was really trying to find a pussy bow polka dot blouse. I was so inspired by Sketch So Mo from Sketch So Mo. She did a complete sew along, and you guys know I have said this before. I think it's Vogue 1973. And I mean, like, listen, I love navy blue, but when I seen the polka dot, it's that good. I'm going to definitely link to it in the description box below if you have not seen her complete sew along for Vogue 1973. I have mentioned her before for this sew along. I'm just telling you guys, it is that good. Very detailed, like I am with my sew along. So I know she watches she watched my video when I originally shot her out. But Mo actually, for real, no lie, Mo definitely did her thing on that pattern. That's one of the patterns I'm going to give you, Vogue 1973 for the pussy bow blouse. However, I don't know if she kind of like got the idea of the pussy bow blouse from Zara or if she used something else, but her pussy bow blouse, Vogue 1973, it is similar, like super similar to this Zara blouse that you are looking at on the screen. However, outside of Vogue 1973, I'm going to give you 3 other patterns that you can use in order to get you a pussy bow polka dot blouse, okay? First one is Vogue 8772. Now, you guys know I have mentioned this pattern before. If you do view A or view B, it fits the bill for the polka dot pussy bow blouse. Second pattern, Vogue 9029. Yes, yes, yes. So let's talk about view F would be the best option in order to get you that pussy bow blouse. All right. And then the last one, I'm going to give you is a Gertie pattern. It's Simplicity 9295. Now for this pattern right here, what can I say about this pattern? I mean, it's super cute. It's super cute. View B. However, it's not like a complete pussy bow, but it fits the bill. Now, me personally, I would either do Vogue 1973 or the other two Vogue option would be the one that I would do to create that pussy bow blouse. And the last item I'm going to give you, which is a bonus item, is a plaid poncho or cape. Once again, plaid poncho or cape. All right. So I'm going to give you 4 patterns. First pattern is Butterick 6603. Now I like what Miss C is wearing in view D. Okay. So that's why I threw it on there, because I was actually looking for, actually this came up when I was looking for the jacket and I was like, oh, I got to put this cape on here. I got to put this cape on here. So that's why you're getting a cape, but it's Butterick 6603. Next one is McCall's 8347. Now for McCall's 8347, this one right here, what speaks to me is really view A, but I do like what view B is wearing. However, I don't think I would color block it. I don't think that's a lot of matching plaids, to be honest. So I would only want to match one color of plaid instead of several colors. It's just my opinion, but definitely McCall's 8347. Next one is McCall's 8029. So for this one right here, I am loving everything the model is wearing in view C, but that gives me kind of like a high-low look. It looks like it's a high-low effect. I don't want that detail, so I would probably go with view A on this pattern. All right. And let's get over to the last pattern, and then I'm going to go ahead and close out with some accessories and footwear and show you some different looks that you can do. All right. So it's McCall 7846 is the last pattern. Now listen, I like the zipper detail in view C. However, I want to go easy with it. So I like view A and I like view B, just depending on the length, right? So those are the two options that I would do. All right, so now that I talked about all the 12 items, let's go ahead and get into these accessories. Now, listen, with the accessories, I would say any color. I'm just going to kind of like give you some of the things that I would do. A pair of sunglasses in any color, okay? Once again, a pair of sunglasses, all right? Next item would be a pair of color block gloves. Now, the ones that I seen that are color block, I looked at them from eBay, and listen, the gloves are like $100 on eBay. Look, we ain't doing that because I can literally find a glove pattern, get me some fabric like some suede, and make it for less than $100. I promise you that. So what I would probably do is get a glove pattern and basically make it my own in the same color block pattern that you are seeing up on the screen. And I mean, you could just do different colors of your choosing for sure, but those are fire and I like them. All right. Moving over to the next accessory item is a blue handbag. Yes, I said it. A blue handbag. Next item would be a flat cap. For that, I mean, easy, just throwing you a fedora, a flat cap, you know, something for your head covering. All right. Next one is a zebra print purse. Now, you guys, I was searching Amazon and I came across so many zebra print purse. Okay. So I'm just going to say search Amazon for zebra print purse. Next one is a scarf, any color. Now, I'm going to go with any bright color for your scarf. All right. Next is a handbag, orange preferably, because you want orange to kind of stand out among all the other colors that I gave you. And the last accessory is a clutch. And when I say clutch, I'm going to say pink or like a fuchsia color, a clutch. Amazon would be your best friend for any of the accessory items. All right. Now that I gave you the accessories, let's go ahead and get into the last category, which would be the footwear. Now, for the footwear, of course, you need 2 different boots, colors of boots. You go need a brown pair and you're going to need a black pair. Now the black pair of boots, I would say make it like a heel boot, whereas the brown pair, just any type of flat boots, right? Next, you will need a pair of the boots that I'm going to say is a color block boot. So I looked at these orange and brown UGG boots on Uggs.com. So that's what I'm going to show you. Next would be some flats. And the flats I'm going to show you is a blue pair of flats, okay? And then the last one is a pair of sneakers. And of course, you know, Adidas.com. Got these green sneakers. However, I looked on Nike.com for a pair of green sneakers. So just looking at some of the pairing options. Now that I gave you all of the details of the patterns, the items, the accessories, and the footwear, now you guys know that I always say that you can get you 30 pairing options, 50 pairing options, or whatnot. And I know you guys are like, Rochelle, you are so full of it. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm actually telling you things that I do when I go on vacation, how I create a wardrobe and literally take a few items, wash clothes, and have so many different looks. Okay. So I'm going to definitely be sharing like 5 different looks, 5 to 6 looks with you guys. So you can see how I pair these things together. So you can get an idea yourself using some of the items that I told you. All right. So I'm just going to kind of like walk you through. You know what? I'm going to give you 5. I think 5 would be a good number to kind of give you pairing the items with each other that I just gave you. All right. So first things first, I gave you a pair of jeans and a pink sweater. All right. So let's first talk about the jeans. So I would pair the jeans with the light blue turtleneck and get kind of like a whole blue look, right? Monochromatic. Remember me telling you guys about the color wheel. This is where it plays into each other, right? So pairing the light blue turtleneck with the jeans and then throw in the blue flat and the blue bag, it'll get you a monochromatic look. All right. Once again, this is why I talked about the color wheel, monochromatic look. All right. So let's move over to another one. Let's talk about the yellow sweater. All right. So I'm going to pair the yellow sweater with the blue track pants, the green shoes, and the dark green coat. All right. And for an accent of color, I'm going to throw in a pink clutch. All right. Now, you guys remember me telling you guys about the colors that are adjacent to each other, right? Or complement each other. So this one right here, this one would be the one that's adjacent, right? Analogous, right? Analogous. You get what I'm saying. These are the neighbor ones. These are adjacent. This would be your blues, your greens, and your yellows. Remember me telling you guys about that just a few minutes ago. But this is where, that's why I said these come together very, very good. All right. So with that being said, I would do, like I mentioned, the yellow sweater, pair that with your track pants, throw in your green sneakers, and then, you know, you have your jacket if it's cold. If it's not, you can leave it alone and it still becomes a good look, and just throw in an accent of bright color with that pink clutch. All right. All right. So now that I talked about the yellow sweater, let's go ahead to the 4th item of a green button-up shirt. So for this one, I would do the green button-up shirt and then skip down to where you have the trousers. Now for the pair of trousers, it would be like the houndstooth or the dogtooth or the plaid trousers that I told you. Pair that with a bright color scarf. Now I said orange scarf, but you could do whatever color you want. Pair it with the orange handbag and then use some black boots. I would wear my black boots that suede, but do whatever you want. I do have a pair of black heels as well, but you can do that. Make sure that your black pair of shoes is a heel. All right. So once again, it's the green button down shirt, right? Your houndstooth, dogtooth, or plaid print trousers, a scarf, orange handbag, and a pair of boots. All right. So that would be your 3rd look. All right. Now I'm going to kind of skip again and go to number 11, your black and white color block sweater, right? So with that one, I would pair the color block sweater with the pants, the jeans, right? Take that flat hat the Ugg boots, and then throw in that pink clutch once again. All right. Now remind you that when it comes to the handbag, I did give you a zebra print, and I'm going to show you something with that zebra print here shortly. To kind of give you the looks that you would need to, you know, pair different ways. That's why I said, you know, about 6 looks to kind of pair everything together. All right. So once again, a look would be the jeans, the color block jacket, the flat top, your Ugg boots, and the green clutch. All right. That would be your look. All right. So now one thing I didn't talk about would be your burgundy houndtooth herringbone. I'm sorry, your burgundy trousers or burgundy herringbone trousers. So let's go ahead and get into that one and the purple cardigan. So this would kind of be a monochromatic look once again, because burgundy is kind of like a low form of purple and then the purple cardigan. So I would pair purple cardigan with the burgundy trousers, you know, and then pair a pair of brown boots and the zebra print handbag. All right. So we have done, so just to kind of like recap real quick, not to leave anything out. We have paired things with the jeans, the pink sweater. Actually, I haven't done the pink sweater yet. The yellow sweater, the green button-up shirt, the dark green coat, the light blue turtleneck, the dark blue trouser pants, the burgundy trousers, the purple cardigan, the houndtooth or plaid trousers, the black and white sweater, but I haven't said anything about the polka dot blouse. So this last look that I'm going to give you deals with both the pink sweater and the polka dot blouse. So speaking of that, what I'm going to tell you as a pairing, and this is the last one I'm going to give you and close out this video, take that polka dot blouse, pair that with the burgundy herringbone trousers, and if you get cold, throw on your pink sweater. You want your blue flats and your blue handbag, and that would be a whole vibe and a whole look. All right. So don't say you cannot pair these things together, because I just showed you how you can. All right. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed sitting here kicking it with me as I give you all these colorful fall wardrobe attire inspired by your retail operation. It's retail inspired. I get all these items from, you know, different locations, different retail stores as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And thank you so much for making it this far. And since you made it this far, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Also, smash that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, keep sewing.